Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. For those that want to have larger XRP holdings and crypto holdings than they have right now, according to the analysts that I follow, we're pretty well at the last opportunity for those who want to accumulate to actually accumulate. The analysts that I follow, all of them actually believe that there is going to be one massive move to the upside. Things will go parabolic. And I kid you not, there's not one analyst that I regularly follow that doesn't think that's going to happen. And so, you know, it's not easy to find negative sentiment, especially given what's happened over the last couple months. There's been a lot of fear in the market, but that's just the noisy retail emotional speculators that just don't know what the hell they're talking about. And so it's never been probable that Bitcoin was going to drop down to $20,000. Not impossible, but not probable. But I want to share with you opinions from a couple chart analysts in this video, as well as select pieces from a few articles indicating, hey, Bitcoin likely, when it gets over $50,000, you're probably going to see it be range bound for a bit between $50,000 to $60,000. You likely will see another massive move up. And there's even one analyst that's saying, hey, by the end of this year, we're going to see at least $90,000 Bitcoin. And so that's awesome, but understand for Bitcoin, that's only about a twofold increase. You know, because Bitcoin's a little shy of $40,000 as I record this. So that'd be great to see that for sure, and the market follows Bitcoin, but that's why I'm excited. The altcoins, which are supremely illiquid compared to Bitcoin, will have tremendous multiplier effects from current price levels compared to Bitcoin. Because think about this, like Ethereum, I mentioned this yesterday too. Ethereum close to a $300 billion market cap. XRP's market cap is only $33 billion. So you're talking about a 9-fold increase for XRP from the current price level of 71 cents just to get to where Ethereum is. And I'm using rough, I'm rounding, so rough numbers here, but that's about right. Do you not think that's going to happen at some point? Well, I sure as hell do. I'd be very surprised. And so I'm not going to be so bold as to make an actual prediction because that's just not my shtick. And I'm not an analyst, a chart analyst. But I have to say, I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't see some serious upward price action. And I think the whole market is going to go. That's what we've seen in the past. And so, to be clear, look, I don't have a financial background of any kind, and I'm not offering financial advice, so you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I just think it's fun as a hobby to talk about these things. And I also don't have family and friends that would be interested in speaking about this stuff on a daily basis. That, my family and friends, most of them, yeah, they do hold crypto. A lot of them hold XRP, but they're not as interested in as you and I, frankly. So there we are. And so as I record this, XRP's at 71 cents, Bitcoin at $38,658, market cap for the asset class 1.58 trillion, Bitcoin dominance 45.7%. I want to share with you a tweet from my fellow XRP YouTuber Kevin Cage. This one resonated with me. I really like this, and he's hitting the nail on the head here. He wrote, "You don't need to make 589 trades per day to be successful. Relax. Sometimes you just need to position yourself and wait longer than everyone else with just a few power moves per year. The thing is, most people aren't willing to do that." Yes, indeed, so think about it. Think about how there's just an insane number of people that actually lose money in crypto if you look at what's been happening over the last 12 years, the data shows that for 12 years, the crypto asset class is trending upward and there are still people losing money. Okay, well, what are the behaviors of the people that are losing money? Well, they get in and out of positions. They're traders. They emotionally buy and sell. So I just don't do that. I just engage in a different behavior, which is nothing. After I bought something, I just do nothing. It's awesome. And I seriously, I do not get emotionally stressed about any of this stuff. And then here's a tweet from the blockchain backer. "Optimistic signs as similarities return for Bitcoin price, altcoin market, and XRP price chart." And so I did watch the blockchain backer's most recent video. And he did note a couple things really interesting, so I thought I'd just cover it for those of you that hadn't seen his most recent video. But he noted, yes, okay, so fine, over the last, 24 hours or so, market's a little bit down. But he noted that there actually was no massive volume with this sell-off. And so to him, he said it looks really more so just like a regular small pullback. And he also noted that Bitcoin market cycle, right now, it's looking very similar to what happened in 2013. And he's still speculating that the altcoin market will hit an all-time high. And he says that, end of cycles are typically, they're typically indicated by aggressive buys on altcoins at blazing fast speeds. And we just haven't seen that yet. And so it's like all the indications in the world say, you better buckle up and get ready. And so for those that don't have the holdings that they'd really like to have, just look, I don't pretend to know for sure what's going to happen. I'm just talking what I suspect is probable, and I'm not telling you specifically to buy or sell or hold anything. You do whatever you want. But it does seem to be the case, based on what I've seen from analysts, that if you want to have greater positions, you're nearing the end of the road. I mean, in terms of these price levels will not be available forever. Eventually the bubble's going to fully inflate and then pop, and then yeah, maybe you'll see some well, you definitely will see some attractive prices during the bear market, and I will be snatching up crypto like crazy during the bear market. But prior to that, if you're looking to position so that you can sell on the way up, which happens to be my strategy, is just sell on the way up as the bubble inflates. Yeah, there actually is still some time to do that. There's an argument to be made. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Michael Vandepop, who simply wrote, "Once again, people will show interest in altcoins once they are already running heavily. People should show interest when they are on the ground doing nothing. This is the moment." And see, there you go. And he does know what he's talking about here. You wait. People don't want to buy XRP and other crypto right now because it's scary, right? That's exactly what's happening. But then once it's worth way more, the fear goes away because it's been validated. But the problem is, once you've seen that tremendous run up, well, look, nothing goes up in a straight line forever. That means that a lot of the opportunity is probably gone when it starts to feel safe. This is just how it goes, my friends. Now take a look at this headline from the Daily Hodl. Popular analyst says Bitcoin could ignite final bull market phase, looks to accumulate Ethereum. A closely followed crypto trader and analyst says that Bitcoin could be on the verge of igniting the final stage of its bull market. The trader, known as Jack Sparrow, tells his 209,100 Twitter followers that Bitcoin is gearing up to launch the fifth and final wave of the bull market, assuming the asset follows a pattern similar to its 2013 and 2017 boom cycles. And so let me pause right there. Again, like, this is something that I kid you not, every analyst that I follow believes will happen. Again, they disagree to what degree you're going to see this thing pop, but they all believe Bitcoin, yes, new all-time high, and altcoin market, yes, going parabolic, including the blockchain backer. But here's a quote. "Based on the previous two Bitcoin cycles, the current cycle is short of a top, and each final fifth wave originated at the previous two green arrows, exactly where we are positioned right now." And so if you care to look at your screen, this is what he's talking about right here. So this green arrow is showing that what happened in the 2013 bull run. This next one I'm now circling, the 2017 bull run. And now here we are in 2021, and these look very similar, don't they? So this is where we are right now. We just haven't had that final push upwards. But the most parabolic price action happens towards the very tail end of these runs. And so, yes, it's true in terms of how long the bull portion of this cycle runs. We're through the vast majority of it, but we haven't seen the greatest, most insane price action. That happens towards well, think about this. The last market cycle, remember what happened in 2017? I could be wrong, but I think Bitcoin started the year somewhere around $1,000. I'd have to double check. I'm not going to, for the sake of this video, it doesn't matter. I'm just acknowledging that. I could be off there. But the point is, it ran up from some very low number all the way up to about $20,000 by the end of the year. But think about this. It took 11 months, all the way up from January, all the way towards the end of November, for Bitcoin to hit $10,000. So in the span of just 4 weeks, roughly, Bitcoin went from $10,000 to about $20,000. And so that just, and then that's when the altcoins really went nuts. And so that just illustrates that, yeah, if we're going to see history repeat in a similar fashion, we've got that to look forward to, and it's going to be absolutely insane. And so I'm just sitting here again doing what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's so easy. It's so easy. For me, it is, at least. And so anyway, they cite here the trader's analysis is based on the Elliott wave theory, an approach that technical analysts use to make predictions about future price action based on crowd psychology that tends to manifest in waves. According to the theory, a fifth wave represents the last stages of a bull market in which an asset blasts off before reversing its trend. My friends, I firmly believe it's coming. Here's a headline from the Daily Hodl. Here's a realistic price path for Bitcoin this cycle, according to on-chain analyst Willy Woo. And this may have just wanted to highlight this quote here. let me start here. This might have been where I wanted to start. Okay, so they write here, although Wu is bullish on Bitcoin, the on-chain analyst doesn't see Bitcoin shooting through all-time highs very quickly if and once the $42,000 is breached. According to Wu, the flagship crypto is more likely to bounce around for a while into $50,000 to $60,000 range before it's able to make new highs. And here's a quote. I think we'll take a bit more time to slice through. I wouldn't expect us to slash right through, but anything can happen. I kind of expect that we just retest some of that zone in there because we spent so long playing around in there in that zone of discovering $50,000 to $60,000. And then, wow, if we break the all-time high, if we break that, then we'll be off to the races again. So just an indication there. And I think he's got over like 600,000 followers. So he's definitely on Twitter. So he's one of the most well-known analysts in the world of crypto. Yeah, don't be surprised if there's a little bit of range boundness, and so says Willy Woo, and then serious parabolic action. So the timeline, it's coming. Then there's this. There's only a small part of this I wanted to cover too, but here's the headline from Crypto News Flash: Bitcoin sheds 5% to slip below $40,000, but analyst sees asset reaching $90,000 to $120,000 in the next 6 months. And look, and again, this is crucial because even if Bitcoin isn't something you particularly care about, or you don't hold it, or you don't have much of it, or whatever, it leads the market. And so we really want to see higher Bitcoin prices because the higher Bitcoin goes, the higher XRP goes. I firmly believe that as well. But take a look at this little subheading: Bitcoin to climb above $90,000 in 6 months. With some of the most influential players in the market accumulating, some experts are fairly confident that Bitcoin will not only retest the recently established all-time high of $65,000, but will go on to surpass this. According to market analyst Crypto Burb, Bitcoin is likely to climb as high as between $90,000 and $120,000 over the next 6 months. And the prediction aligns with others from a majority of top analysts who have suggested that the digital asset will reach a new high of $100,000 by the end of the year. Which, by the way, I think it's awesome. I hold Bitcoin, but there's a good reason I'm not buying Bitcoin now. Because even if this happens, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of a 2 to 2.5, maybe if you're lucky, threefold increase from here. My gosh. Like, XRP, it only needs to get to a little over $2 to have a threefold increase. You know, like and even then it would still be nowhere near what Ethereum's current market cap is, and I still think Ethereum's going to go higher. I don't know what it's going to hit, but what if some analysts are saying, look, expect this market cycle Ethereum to hit $10,000. Well, I don't know if it's going to happen, but that doesn't sound bonkers to me. You're looking at about $1 trillion market cap at that point. Well, why couldn't XRP have that too? Because like I said in my last video where I was talking about price, Ethereum and XRP both had about the same peak market cap last market cycle. It just happened at different times. But yeah. And even if not, like what if? What if XRP only ends up with like a $500 billion market cap, which Ethereum already hit this year, by the way? Well, then you'd still be looking at over $10 XRP even if that happens. So I don't know for sure. I'm just saying I am in bull mode for sure. And so I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I am just holding. My bags are packed, my friends. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.